Hello, this is Wmpyr. Here is a design that I've had for a crossbody bag. I was doing this morning just for some fun to relieve some stress and have a good time. So this is what I came up with. First thing is because I've been talking to you guys about the value of the defense bag and how in my style it's a very important part of my self-defense system. So this is a crossbody bag. I know I've shown you guys the fanny pack. The fanny pack, unfortunately, the average size is too small. So the ones that I buy are on the larger size side. But I was experimenting with this. This is a new crossbody bag stuff. I just got one yesterday, and every time I go to the store, I've been trying them on crossbody bags, and I always look at different types of belt bags with your fanny pack kind of stuff. I always look at that and just examining, studying the material, the design, everything, and see how quick they can deploy, you know how much they can fit. Would it work for self-defense? I always look at that. That it's one of my hobbies now. So here I am checking out the crossbody bags because they are slightly larger than my fanny pack. So my fanny pack is a little bit larger than the normal sized fanny packs, and these crossbody bags that I've been looking at are even bigger than that. But they're not so big to the point where we're going into backpack territory. And the reason being is because it's just for the simple reason that if you go full-blown backpack, it just makes it more awkward to go into certain stores, in public places, certain events. They don't like backpacks as much. So with something like this is like half a backpack. This is still along the lines of a fanny pack. For women, it's still along the lines of a purse. So I'm going with this. Want to give this a try. I really feel like this is something that might really work. But right now, I am still with the fanny pack is what I have for my EDC everyday carry. But I am definitely trying to make that switch and see if the crossbody bag will work or not. So one of the things that you might notice is on the bottom I attached D-rings on here. Why? Because I want it to be left side or right side carry. So a lot of these crossbody bags, it's only for one side. At least a good half of them are, or maybe even more, maybe 60%, 70% that I've seen are for only one side. So I don't like that. So I like it to wear left or right. And what I like about these crossbody bags is they're so versatile. You can carry it on the front of your body, on the back of your body, or the side of your body. And even then, you can carry it kind of low, like it's dangling, or you can carry it kind of tight. So, I like that versatility as well. Now, the problem with this one that you guys are seeing is the top part, the very top part, the way that the strap is attached. I don't like that because in order to change it, I would have to cut the strap and ruin it. What I want is something that's more friendly towards interchangeable. So I would change that top part and put on a strap that is easy to change. So that being said, when you're holding this thing, you're going to hold it at the bottom with both hands on the right side and on the left side, and that gives you a nice length, and that's what I like about it. A mini chair, like the way a professional wrestler would use a chair to bash at each other, that's the way I kind of view it, like a mini chair. Or stick-wise, like I'm holding two sticks, but my hands kind of close together. That's the motion, essentially. So that means that when I'm swinging this thing around to, protect myself, that top D-ring, that is where my keys would go. Or I would put a substitute for keys. So I'm going to have something, metallic or something that I can use that's going to flail into their face. So the way that these things are designed, that top part where I could attach keys, not all crossbody bags are that way. Some are just immediately just goes into the leather strap. But this one, it has that D-ring. So I do like that. And like I said, that's where I could put on keys on there if I wanted to. So that would work great for me. The next part I have to say is on this one in particular, the triangle part on the top, it has a zipper on it. In other words, this crossbody bag has 3 zippers. So 3 major compartments. There might be more compartments, like on the side. It looks like that might be, at least you could put pens and stuff in there. Maybe a flashlight. That's pretty cool. Which would be great for me to put on a tactical flashlight or a tactical pen right there would be great. But to have that option, But the 3 zippers, I don't need 3. Just 2 is fine enough. That triangle part, that top area, normally there's not a zipper there. That, like I said, that's just like usually just a fabric piece or something that goes into the strap. But I do like the shape. I just don't feel like I need a compartment there. What I do want is on the inside, I want a backbone for this thing. I've mentioned that to you guys before, that the bag needs to be solid to be a proper defense bag. If it has too much give, then that can cost you your life. If someone is trying to cut you with a knife or something, every inch is going to count. So I want something inside this thing that would give it a structure, a solid structure. So I don't want it to be heavy, but like a plastic piece. It doesn't have to be super thick. It doesn't have to be heavy. Like I said, just a thin piece of plastic that would keep its shape. I would want something like that in there, specifically for the purpose of self-defense, So anyway, the next thing, let me talk about the 4 images that I copy and pasted onto this bag. The first one is my Frankenskull logo, right? Why the Frankenskull? The Frankenstein's monster and the vampire are very important images, the themes that you constantly see on my YouTube channel. The vampire represents battling your inner demons, conquering yourself kind of thing. And the Frankenstein's monster represents cross-training because, cross-training, you're putting together a bunch of different styles, just like Frankenstein's monster was put together from a bunch of different body parts, right? So there you go. And so I would want either one of those. I also have a logo where I mix the vampire and the Frankenskull together. But no matter what it is, I would either want a monster face like that. I've always liked monsters. So I want that there on the top part, and I want it to be blingy, including the black square. I want all of that to be blingy. Now, like iced up, shiny, sparkly, right? The green Frankenskull head, it might be good to even, at the very least, make it like a reflector light. So if I'm wearing this on my back and I'm gotta go somewhere in the night, I'm walking on the road, a car could, see me and not run over me because that logo would be a reflector. So something like that may not be a bad idea. But either way, I want it to be shiny. Why? Because if this bag was worn on the front of the body, then that area where the head is, where the Frankenstein head is, it would be close to, a little bit lower, but it would be close to where the bow tie would be on your body if you were wearing a bow tie. So I want it to be kind of like that fanciness, at least subconsciously. I want that to be there. So when someone sees me wearing this, he goes, "Oh, that's this person is styling." Because I'm trying to give the image and the impression that this is a styling, a fashionable bag, rather than I am combat crazy. So that is the impression and the vibe that I'm trying to give. To me, the vibe is important, especially when you're trying to de-escalate a situation. So next is the second one is a Louis Vuitton style pattern, and I want that on there once again because this is fashion. I want it to speak out that this is a styling crossbody bag, and then on the underneath that it says Monstar. I thought that would be great as the brand name, Monstar. It's probably taken already, but just off the top of my head, I thought that would be good because, it's monster, but you are your own star, like a rock star kind of thing. That's all it is. So that's why. And then the Argyle pattern underneath Monstar is once again speaks for the fashion. And I've always liked Argyle, and I've always liked the Argyle kind of vest, sweater vest. Where it doesn't have the arms, and you could just wear that, very preppy. So I've always liked that pattern. So there you go. Now you might be going, oh gosh, Wmpyr, you're all over the place. This is not styling. This just looks like a horrible mess. Well, you know what? To me, that is the Frankenstein's monster. Is a just a mishmash of things. So there you go. So I think it works in that sense. But yeah, that's the main idea there is I wanted something, because when I look at a lot of the crossbody bags, a lot of them either look very functional, which is great, but I don't see a whole lot that look fashionable. And the ones that are fashionable, they tend to not be as good with function. So hopefully here I made it as fashionable as I can. And then I wanted it as functional as possible. So yeah. And the main purpose for this is, you carry your everyday stuff in here, but if I'm ever in a self-defense situation, I could use this to protect myself. So that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.